From the Night Shift Crew Studios in the DC metro area, this is The Statement Show. Join host Terry James and Zach Chahi as we give you our uncensored take on weekly events, as well as various guests and celebrity interviews. The lights are on.
Rotten, and you're listening to The Statement Show with Zach and Terry.
This is episode number 18. I'm Zach Chahi, and this is the podcast that fits in no category. This is the interview with Bonnie Rotten. We talked to her for over an hour, me and Terry, and it's a fantastic interview. I want to again express my thanks for Bonnie coming on the show, and I think everybody's going to be well entertained here. She's fantastic. If you want to go to her website, it's at bonnierotten.com. You can follow her at the Bonnie Rotten. Go to our website at thestatementshow.com or send us an email at thestatementshow@gmail.com. Anyway, without further ado, here's Bonnie's interview.
Today we have the beautiful and talented Bonnie Rotten on the show. Bonnie, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Well, judging by your website and your Twitter page, it looks like you're quite the busy person these days.
I am. It's been crazy.
Well, let me ask you this. Obviously, we know we've got some things going on. You've got your new DVD that just came out. Tell us a little about that.
Well, I did my first gangbang for New Sensation. It was 4 guys, and it was epic.
What exactly is considered a gang bang? I mean, I get the idea it's more than one person, but how many people does it take before it's considered a gang? We're talking 3 or 4? Or?
I don't know. I think that's debated, honestly. I got 4 guys, but generally I think it's like 5 or 6, but a lot of people mark 4 as a gangbang or a group.
Okay.
Group scene. They didn't want a bunch of excessive mopes in the background. I just got the 4 guys I wanted and had fun with it, you know?
I've happened to, on a chance a long time ago, see a video of, I guess it was like 500 guys and 1 chick. It just seemed a little... You almost feel sorry
I know
for
what
them.
you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, it's like where they went and stuck the dick in her for like 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah. Right. That's the one. I think even Ron Jeremy was part of that one.
Yeah, right. He did his little...
That'd be pretty easy because all you do is just spread your pussy open and just let dudes fucking fuck you one after another in a line.
And the chick's usually sitting there, got this look on her face like she's just taking a drink, reading a magazine, letting do their thing. Wow, they're all
like, come on, are you almost done yet?
They're all in the back. All the guys are in the background beating off to each other. So,
especially after about 150 or so, you're just sitting around like, come on, this is. So I mean, okay, so you had 4. What previous to this one? What was the most that you had? Like, I guess on film, like 2, 3, or
2.
2.
Just 2. Yes.
I mean,
I did my first DP and Meet Bonnie.
So let me ask you this. Is this something like, after the fact? I mean, obviously, I guess, you're used to things, but I mean, 4, is this something like, like you're completely sore for days afterwards, or is it, is it just kind of like par for the course at this point?
It's kind of like part of the course, I wasn't too bad. I definitely came home and smoked some weed and had an Epsom salt bath, but,
you live in Colorado or Washington?
You live in California, so medical.
I have a license.
Correct. You get that medical. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
good for that cataracts.
I have really bad anxiety and trouble sleeping. So.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, California. You can do that. Yeah, well, we're in, he lives in Maryland and I live in Pennsylvania, so it's a little different,
Yeah, I'm from Ohio, so this is like,
that's where I was born.
Blown. I'm like, yes. I'm from Cincinnati. Where at? Oh, okay.
It's
not close,
it's a stop sign. Literally a stop sign. I think there's a school. It's a school and a stop sign, so it's nothing. It's like a bump in the road.
I think I recently found out that Ohio has one of the largest swingers populations. So all of my friends' parents are getting freaky.
Wow, swinger pop, and then you figure they have a huge Amish / Mennonite group or whatever it is up there, but yet they have the largest swinger population as well. How?
They're getting freaky. They're
Yeah,
changing
man.
cabins or whatever.
All
Wow.
done by candlelight.
Switching buggies.
So now, when did you actually move out to California?
I moved out here a year ago.
A year ago. Okay. So I mean, obviously coming from Ohio to California, how's the adjustment been?
The people are different, but I like the weather.
Yeah.
It's been good. It's been really different, but I love it. Really love it.
What's your first take on it when you got there? What did you think? Was it like what you thought it was going to be?
I was like, these people are assholes.
We talked to Brie Olson not too long ago, and she had the same opinion. When she got there, she was total culture shock, which is why I was kind of asking you the same thing. Is I had somebody that I knew that went out to Hollywood, and they told me you get there and you expect this big glitzy glam type of thing, and it's just like pollution. You can really see the pollution and the homeless people. It's just dirty. So
it is, and well, I was out in the valley, so I don't really get to see any of that. I'm pretty suburban area, honestly, but you notice, because I went home for the first time after a year last week, and everyone here talks faster, they drive faster, everyone's so much quicker because we don't have time in the day because traffic is so bad. Everyone in Ohio kind of takes the time to slow down and enjoy life. Everybody out here is kind of just trying to get to the next day.
No, I agree. Exactly. Living in Pennsylvania, everything is so much slower, but I actually work a little closer to D.C., and, it's so much more fast-paced, when you come from Pennsylvania to D.C., so I could only imagine going from Ohio to California, especially out that way. Wow.
So
yeah, for sure.
So is your specialty, are you really into the horror genre?
Yeah.
Yes?
I love horror movies.
Okay, yeah, I'm a big fan of
horror tattoos.
I'm assuming you like The Walking Dead and that kind of stuff?
Actually, I've never watched The Walking Dead.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never would have figured. I'm going to go on a limb and say you're a Spider-Man fan, though.
I like some. I'm more old school, I really like Fulci zombies and George Romero and stuff like that, and just being in the community and going to the conventions and meeting all the old school people that I got to meet. I'm kind of biased. I don't like new stuff.
Well,
so I really want to give the new stuff a chance, but I haven't yet.
If you're going to give anything a chance, definitely, it seems to be kind of like the zombie thing is the thing in it right now. And if you go on Netflix, there's so many different B movies that are terrible. But The Walking Dead is a very, very well-produced program. I think you'd like that. They let a lot go on TV, so...
I guess I'll have to check it out.
Oh, you'll like it, yeah. It's on Netflix. You should check it out. But I just kind of figured that would be something you were into because, you look at all the tattoos. Just kind of curious, how many do you have?
Around 30-something. I'm not sure how many exactly, but 30-something.
Just,
yeah.
When did you start getting?
I started getting tattooed professionally at 15. I had tattooed myself, the needle and ink tattoos at 13 and 14.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
how much would you actually say that you have invested in the tattoos?
$1,400.
Well, that's not terrible. Well, for 30 tattoos, that's not bad at all.
No, I used to, because I was still out there at the conventions and stuff, people would tattoo me for free, and then I'd hand out their business cards.
Oh, sure, you're a walking billboard.
Yeah. I have 5 tattoos myself, and obviously when we were, trying to get you on the show, we pulled everything up, and your, I guess would be your PR, Acme, he sent us a PR photo, and I was actually taking a look at some of the art that's on there, and it's very well done. I mean, a lot of the art is very well done on there. That's why I was asking. I was thinking, especially the one that's kind of across, right by your neck, the bigger one that you have up there in between, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
Hanging Gardens of Babylon?
Yeah, that's very well done. That looks very nice. That's why I was asking. $1,400. That's not bad to have in all that art. That's pretty good.
The spider webs. I'm sure you get asked about the spider webs more than any of them, though. How long did that take, and was it really painful?
It wasn't too painful. It wasn't the most painful that I have, but it took 2 hours or so.
Per area, or the whole thing altogether?
No, altogether, both tits.
Wow.
What's your favorite tattoo that you have?
My favorite tattoo is my stomach. He's a zombie from the Night of the Living Dead, the beginning comic book, issue number 1.
Oh, wow.
Oh, very nice.
I've never read the comics like you with the TV. I don't read the comics, but I'm a big fan of the original Night of the Living Dead that was done.
Yeah, the comics are really cool. The illustrations are awesome.
Okay. Well, that's where The Walking Dead came from, by the way, which is still in print. They're still actually producing the comics.
I remember they had The Walking Dead and Plague of the Living Dead and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, Night of the Living Dead. That's your favorite movie? That's your favorite horror movie? Night of the Living Dead?
No, I have so many favorite horror movies. I love Suspiria by Dario Argento. I love Zombie, the original, by Lucio Fulci. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Mm-hmm.
3,
really?
Friday the 13th. Yes, I love 3 because 3 is so fucking goofy. He's like, lick my plate, you dog dick.
I don't know.
I love that one.
I could never watch another one after the first one.
You were saying the Friday the 13th. What's your favorite Friday the 13th?
Part 7 and Part 3. Part 7 because it's Kane Hodder, and he looks just so fucking badass.
He does.
And Part 3 is the iconic one where he finds
the 3D,
his first mask.
The hockey mask, right. That was
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Have you met him?
I have met Kane Hodder many times. I always try to do them, but it doesn't work. He's happily married.
Well, he's a pretty big guy. He'd probably break it in half.
Exactly. That's
jeez.
Kane seemed to be. I mean, every time you would see a Friday the 13th, they would have one Jason that would be like the skinny anorexic Jason, and then you would see Kane, and Kane was always, huge and muscle bound. You could just tell when Kane did the actual Jason, because some of them were just awful. They just did not look good at all.
They had Richard T. Brooker. They had what's his name? Ted White, Kane Hodder. Kane was the Jason from Part 6 to X.
Yeah.
And they brought in a new guy, and they had him do Chucky versus Jason.
Yeah, like the Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
That kind of.
I don't know. They lost a little steam. They lost a little steam after that.
They lost steam.
We're so cool anymore, but whatever. I still have respect for them. I still love the goofy ones.
When I saw the first one, though, I felt ripped off because it was his mom going around killing everybody.
Yeah, it was his mommy. Actually, have you heard Ari Lehman? I went and hosted a big horror show. Like, he has a metal band called The First Jason because he played the baby Jason in the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
and he plays, like, a guitar that's shaped like a machete, and, like, it's pretty dorky, but it's cute.
I like the goofy, campy ones, too. I'm a big fan of the original Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
And he's extremely funny in that show, in that movie, and he's quite a character, too. I've seen some interviews with him, and they're redoing that movie, too.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I can't imagine him not being in it. That's my problem.
Yeah, that's my problem with it, too. I mean, he's just what made them so awesome. And have you seen My Name is Bruce?
Yes, I have it.
That was so funny. Like, that movie, Juan G, the Lopan warrior or whatever, that started the bean curd. Wow.
That was done on his property, though. He owns that property, and that's where he did all that himself. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I love about him. He's kind of that grassroots guy, and he still kind of sticks to that stuff, because he had done a movie that went on to sci-fi they were trying to do for a long time called The Man with Two Brains.
Yeah.
And that's another one of his goofy movies. So what I like is they put them all on Netflix, so you can just kind of go back and watch them, but it's real campy. But if you ever watch The Evil Dead, if you ever get a chance to watch the DVD, you should listen to the commentary. You'll laugh your ass off. So
I will, definitely. I have it here, so it makes me want to pop it in.
Yeah, there's two versions. It's one with Sam Raimi, and I want to say it's his brother and Bruce, but then there's a version of it where it's just Bruce Campbell, and I swear you'll laugh. It's like listening to a comedy routine.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Sounds cute.
So it just seems like you kind of are really into that horror theme. I was reading your website here, and you've kind of been doing that for a while. It says here you were a model. What kind of modeling did you do before you got into the porn industry?
I did pinup modeling.
Pinup modeling, okay. Went to a lot of bike shows and auto shows.
Yep, I started at auto shows, moved on to bike shows and horror conventions.
So when you got a chance to get into porn, did you kind of think, was it something you were not sure about, or did you just kind of jump right in, so to speak?
I kind of just jumped right in. I mean, I was talking to Nina Hartley for a little bit after I first came out to LA, and I was trying to make the decision on what I wanted to do and if I was okay with everything. And I sent her this really funny list. Like, I don't want to do midgets, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. And she's like, babe. But, you know, until you're really comfortable, I don't suggest you getting into the industry because I don't want you to do something you don't want to do.
Sure.
Well, then I thought about it a little bit more, and I ventured into fetish more, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm ready to do this fetish stuff. If you guys have read my stories on how I got started in the industry, going out here and coming to the crazy parties, I started doing the submissive work, and then eventually I just met companies and worked for new sensations, and then it took off from there.
I'm not real. Give me a little idea what the whole submission thing is about. Is that where they tie you up and you smacking guys around, or?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm just not really sure. You know, I would imagine you could go out there and get anybody beat the shit out of you. So,
right.
But
yeah,
I guess
it was basically different dungeons. They'll do different scenes and stuff. I had worked for Dungeon Corp a lot. They have different sites like Cumbot, Sex and what is it? Not Sex and Submission, but Fucking Dungeon. Perfect Slave, different things where you're tied up, and Cumbot is where you're like tied to a Sidian and somebody's like controlling the Sidian and making you come really hard, and like they'll tie you up and like have little scenes with you. Not really sex-based, but it's more submitting control, toys, bondage, tying up, that kind of thing.
Wow. Now, obviously in the porn industry that, you know, you could find people that do that, but I mean, in your personal life, is that something that guys kind of go, I mean, have you found guys that are really into that?
There are guys that are into it, but it's definitely something that is an art form, and you shouldn't be trying to tie people up in your bedroom.
Sure.
You know? If you don't know how to do it, you don't want to mess with it, because you can really hurt someone.
That's when it turns into a CSI episode or something. People show up and there's some guy hanging by a rope. But
right? Hanging from his cock from the ceiling.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you this: going back to the whole midget thing, have you actually crossed that line? Have you decided that you're gonna do midgets at this point yet?
Oh, I have nothing against them. I just had no idea how the industry works.
Terry, I'm getting the idea she brought that up because that's one of her no lists.
I don't know. Or maybe she brought it up and it was just one of those things where it's like, if anybody's listening that happens to be a midget, and you know, who knows? I mean, I don't. You know, I'm just asking the question.
What if it was little me, mini me?
Yeah, mini me.
I would do mini me.
Wait, mini me?
Oh my goodness.
So
classic.
What?
Yeah, that's throwing me off. I just could not imagine, because I mean, I've, you know, obviously seen a few of the things that you've done, and mini me just doesn't. I can't possibly think that that's going to be okay for you.
Think I destroy mini me?
All right. Well, here's a question we usually ask. I got a question for you.
Next subject.
Yeah. Is Ron Jeremy on the crossed off list, or have you already been there?
Oh, I've never had sex with Ron, but he's not on the cross off. I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't, you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hear Mr. Jeremy's in the hospital right now, so I hope he gets better.
Yeah, I hope he's. I feel so bad. I can't. It was so crazy when I heard about it because I was just next to him like 3 days earlier.
He just seems like a cool guy.
It was so random. He's such a nice guy. He's a really smart guy too.
What would you say there was any misconception about people in the porn industry though? Do you think people kind of
there is a total misconception.
Okay, give us an example.
Like, okay, guys. Okay, say due to my hometown, right? Mm-hmm. They think that because I'm in the industry or whatever, that I just want to get banged all the time and party and do this and that. It's a business for me. Yes, I enjoy it. Yes, I love it. But business first. And I'm not out drinking and partying and getting fucked when I get off work by everybody.
Sure.
Like, we keep our stuff tight and we keep it very goal-oriented, if I must say.
Mm-hmm. Would you say the porn industry then is kind of like a closed-knit network? Everybody tries to, like, you don't just let a bunch of strangers in all the time. It's like
right.
you tend to see the same guys and the stuff working in the industry. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot of new people coming in all the time.
People coming in, but you don't hear of them as much because when people have valuable people, for example, male talent, male talent if they're comfortable with that male talent, then that person is performing up to their expectations. They know that they can deliver when they come to set and everything. So
Right. Yeah.
they don't chance on a new guy that something could throw him off, and then the scene's done, and the whole day's done, and location is messed up, and the budget's messed up now because they took a chance on new talent. You know what I mean?
You've been around to see that, I take it?
No, I haven't, actually. Everybody I've worked with has been really awesome.
Okay. So,
I know it happens. I definitely know it happens. I hear about it. So
now, like, if you were going to date someone, would you say that you would date someone in the industry or outside the industry?
That's a hard question because there's pros and cons to everything.
Sure.
Like, dating someone in the industry, the pros are the fact that they understand.
Right.
But the cons are that you're both working so much that you don't typically have that freedom of relationship as much. You know what I mean?
Would you
But
say
dating someone outside of the industry is harder because they don't typically understand what's going on. They don't get what you're going through. And it's not easy to understand. It's really not.
I would imagine it'd be really hard to find someone that wouldn't be jealous or, whatever the case.
I get,
that you're going to do that every day.
Every guy's going to go in thinking, well, I understand what you do for a living. I'm fine with that. But eventually there's going to be that point where they know when you're going to work what you're doing, and eventually it's going to start eating away at them. So
exactly. Or they're going to think like, oh, you're getting fucked by these big dicks. How can I compare?
Exactly.
And then at the end of the day, when you're tired and when, you're sore and you don't want to have sex or whatever, it becomes an emotional issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it should be understood.
Sure. Sounds understandable.
But I get, it should be understood. I mean, in a perfect world, I guess that would be understood. But, I mean, but dating Bonnie Rotten, that this is what she does. So it almost has to be understood, or else, there's no sense in even trying to get with you and going on with the relationship. I mean, that's the way I would see it. I mean, it's not like, you walked up to someone and said, well, I'm a cocktail waitress, or, I work at a movie theater. I'm sure you're pretty upfront with someone that's outside the industry on what you do, and if they can't deal with that, then move on, right?
Obviously, but people think they can deal with it.
Sure.
And then they try to challenge themselves, and then they end up not being able to deal with it.
Oh, sure. I would understand.
Let's just say you were Bonnie, the person that worked at the movie theater, and you met someone who happened to be in the industry. Would you be able to deal with it?
Probably not. Not if I didn't have the same job. But being me, I'm open and I'm understanding. So, yeah, I would. But working at the movie theater, I would be a little bummed out that I wasn't getting banged all the time.
Well, let me ask you this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Are you still doing this, or do you plan on kind of like moving up, starting your own thing?
Yeah, I want to do production.
Mm-hmm.
Like have your own production crew and producing your own videos, not where you're in them all the time, but where you're actually getting the talent and doing all that yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, I could definitely see it. What would you say the best perk of being in the industry is? The
ability to create anything that you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, if you maximize your opportunity in this industry, there's so many different doors that you can walk through. Like, you can do production, you could, like, learn different agency stuff. You can basically apply your knowledge and learn things and do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love, is having the ability to create my own destiny.
Sure.
Now, I've got a question. It's a little off topic here. Well, not off topic, but just kind of wanted to hear what your opinion was. And now, did you hear about this teacher that was basically fired because she had a porn career previously?
Yeah, I did hear about that. That's messed up.
So, I've heard arguments. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Well, what I heard basically, and I kind of agree with it. I understand it is messed up, but in the same respect, how are you going to effectively be a teacher if all these little horny kids know basically what you used to do? They're going to be pulling up your videos because you can find everything online now. So
exactly. Well, I had a teacher when I was in middle school that got fired because I don't know if it was the exact reason, but I went home after a dance and babysat her child while she went out. And they flipped about it once they found out. And they fired her and another teacher. And the thing was, there was some, like, stuff going on. I'm not sure what it was, but they were both younger teachers, and they were partiers. So I felt, okay, this applies. Sorry, it's off topic, but it applies.
No, go ahead.
I felt as if because they were partying and because they were subject of the school, it was taking away from the main focus, which applies to that. Like, yes, that woman may not be a porn star now. She may not be in that world now. It sucks that people can't live down their path. Mm-hmm. But it's an environment where there's children and there's teaching, and I can see why that may be an issue. Because, hey, Miss Jones is getting railed in the butt. You're not going to be focused on the American Revolution. You're not.
No, you're not. No.
I get it. It's messed up that it has to be that way, but I totally understand it.
I think, actually, if she was teaching because I think she teaches in middle school, you're hitting kids that are kind of, they're at that stage where that's basically most of the time, what they're thinking about all the time. At least that was me anyway. But if you're in elementary school with kids younger who don't really care about that stuff at that point, I think she'd be a more effective teacher. But at this point, it's pretty much finished now. I don't see her going anywhere and having that career, which is sad.
That is sad.
I mean, me personally, I know that it would obviously be a distraction towards the kids, but for me, as the parent, it wouldn't bother me. It just would not bother me whether it was a male or female teacher, and I knew that that was their past. It wouldn't bother me it wouldn't make me, call for their job or something. I mean, it just wouldn't affect me. But I'm fairly open-minded on things like that. I do understand that it would be somewhat of a distraction towards the kids, like you said, pulling up videos or whatever. But for me, I wouldn't go into the principal and say, I want this person's job just because of her past. I think it's rather crazy.
Well, that's an example of people not being open-minded. Mm-hmm. That's wrong, and because that person could have been a banker or more well-off than that other person, I think that applies also.
Had this been 10 or 20 years ago, it wouldn't have been an issue because nobody would have found out because they didn't get it online. This is one of those almost one of those cons when it comes to being online. So much information is being thrown at you all the time, and so much is available. That's basically how she got found out.
Right.
So
I don't understand how she would have got found out if she was going by an alias, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
well, I don't know.
How
maybe
did someone randomly figure out that their teacher was in porn unless someone had spoken about it or
seen it?
Like that?
Or just got lucky and saw it online. I mean, let's face it. If you became a teacher 15 years from now, you have all those tattoos. It's not something you can...
I would be pretty recognized.
Yeah, it's not like...
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of... Well, let's say, for instance, Bonnie Rotten's not your real name, I'm assuming.
Right.
Where did the idea for that name come from?
Actually, I got her tattooed. I named a pinup character on the back of my leg. She's a pinup zombie. I named her Bonnie Rotten, and it was like my alter ego kind of girl. And then I started modeling, and then I was like, well, I need a name. Okay, Bonnie Rotten. Cool. It's on my body. So then I took it, and then I trademarked it, and here I am.
I mean, was this always you growing up? I mean, were you always just really like, just open-minded, or was it just one day that you said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to be me, and I don't really give a shit what anybody thinks about it, or has this just always been you?
I've always been myself. Like, I was always, it's one of those things where I was always trying to, like, be normal and, like, kind of try to fit in, but I always knew that I wasn't normal and didn't fit in for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I grew up with boys. I was always around boys, and then from an early age got interested in, I was a cheerleader for a long time, surprisingly. Got interested in, like, horror movies, and because I was allowed to watch kind of whatever. I was allowed to watch horror movies, but I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. How funny is that?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not a big Harry. I've seen some of the movies, and they're okay. They're for what they are, but that's the irony. I used to watch the zombie movies all the time when I was a kid, but yet I would get scared to even go outside afterwards, So it was like my worst nightmare. That would be my hell on earth. The zombie thing happened. So.
Zombies?
Yeah.
Nah. I just board myself up in a house and have a bunch of cereal. And a bunch of shotguns.
What kind of cereal? Count Chocula? What kind of cereal?
That would be fitting. No, it would be blueberry, though.
Oh, yeah. Naturally. Sure. I thought she was going with Frankenberry.
Do you even see those?
Frankenberry.
I don't even see those cereals ananymore.
Yeah.
I don't do those cereals anymore either.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. But they're
you won't be having Twinkies.
Oh, no! so bad.
So I did know
Twinkies and stuff now.
I would imagine somebody. I was told that they're being shut down, but I would imagine somebody would probably pick it up. It's not exactly like it's
a bunch of people bought the recipe.
Oh, okay. Well, that's possible. I mean, let's think about it. It's a sponge cake with cream in the middle. It's not exactly rocket science, okay?
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's fucking
so
easy. Like,
it's not inventing the wheel here. It's like if the company that made sponges went out of business, you don't think somebody else could figure out how to make a sponge. It's out there. It's a freaking cupcake with cream in the middle, for Pete's sake.
How goddamn hard can it be?
Yeah. So.
But anyway, but hey, Bonnie, you know what? I just kind of wanted to change subjects here. I have a little bit of a beef to pick with you here, and this was about a month and a half ago. I was back and forth with you, okay, and we had some issues with getting you on the show before. This times and all this other crazy stuff. Anyway, back and forth we went, you and I was talking to you about the Oakland Raiders, and then you wanted to, no, hold on, and then I was telling you about how my Atlanta Falcons whooped up on y'all's asses a little bit, and then you know what, Zach, this is what she kicks back to me. You know what she says? Come talk to me when your Falcons win a playoff game. Okay, this is what she says back to me now. All right.
There you go.
Well, Bonnie, I
remember that.
It does seem that my Atlanta Falcons did, in fact, win a playoff game.
Wait a minute, Terry. Who beat them again?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to talk.
Who was it?
My team.
He's a 49ers fan, so I'm just ignoring this comment.
I hate the 49ers.
Exactly. Right.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Look, I don't want to hear this pissy fucking Raven shit. No way.
I love Ray Lewis. Come on.
I bet you do.
Here's the irony, Bonnie. We're literally 30 minutes away from Baltimore, 45 minutes away from whatever, and here he is.
No.
I'm in Raven hell. Raven's everything, everywhere.
He's been a little sissy-ass 49ers fan here.
The only thing that's great about the area is it's just as big as a Redskin area.
Oh, yeah.
Since they didn't go anywhere, I just gloat about that. At least my team made it to the Super Bowl. I
just realized this year that the Washington Redskins were D.C., not Washington.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like,
are you serious?
Yeah.
So
but I guess that makes sense of the whole Patriots-Redskins thing, huh?
Oh, well, if it makes you feel any better, the Washington Redskins their stadium is in Maryland.
Yeah, it's in Landover.
It's in Landover, Maryland. Okay. And right now they're trying to get them switched back into D.C., but they want them to change their name because they said it's racially.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's crazy.
Well, here, I just want to clear this up right now. My opinion on this, I realize everybody's opinion is a little different, and I know a lot of people say they don't care, but how is this not a racially insensitive name? You're calling them the Redskins. Anybody else
right?
Flying off the wall.
I think it's messed up.
It is a racial term. You're calling somebody by their skin tone and then calling it a sports team.
We had this conversation the other day, and Zach and I were back and forth on it, and it's just because, there's probably a handful of Native Americans in the United States. It seems like, obviously
they don't have their version of Al Sharpton.
Yeah, they don't have that Jesse Jackson or that Al Sharpton that could come out and really, defend them and say, this is wrong,
This is wrong.
But the mayor of D.C. is.
Yeah, but the mayor of D.C. is. Yeah. How weird is that? So, in other words, you're a Raider. Why are you not a Bengals fan? Why?
Because Carson Palmer left.
Oh, you're not really a Raiders fan. You're a Carson Palmer fan.
No, I love the Raiders. I basically chose them because of Carson Palmer, but then my love grew throughout the team.
Mm-hmm.
My football knowledge was a little outdated because I used to watch football back when Carson Palmer was a Bengals quarterback, and back when Vic was a Falcons quarterback, and all the glory days,
Exactly.
And back when football was good, and
back when the Raiders were good.
Wait a minute. Right? Football's still good. Why do people whose teams are losing always say football's no good anymore? Look, my team lost the big game. Not by much, I might add, but
I'm starting to get that feeling that Bonnie has a little bit of sour grapes here. This is what I'm starting to think.
I'm a little sour, but next year's our year.
Is it? Okay.
Why you're switching to 49ers?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You're going to be a Patriots fan next year.
I will give them that was a good game, and they played hard, but they had like 3 opportunities to score, and they fucked it up, so they deserve to lose.
You want to know what fucked it up? Is the fact that Kaepernick showed his inexperience, and they should have used Alex Smith.
Yep.
And
I agree.
I'm a 49ers fan, but I'm going to say right now, Alex Smith got screwed.
He did get screwed. He completely got screwed. Why would you put a dude in that hasn't played the whole season, that doesn't even know the plays, in the fucking Super Bowl?
He called a timeout at the most inappropriate time. You could even see Harbaugh's pissy look on his face. He couldn't believe he wasted a timeout. So
how about him pulling a Belichick? What the fuck is that?
Well,
sourpuss.
So let me ask you this, Bonnie. Getting back to where we were before, if you could have a scene with anyone, doesn't matter whether it's in the industry, a celebrity, whoever, if you could have a movie, a scene with any one person, who would it be? Male or female, or male and female, whatever you want to.
I would have the dirtiest threesome in the entire world with Bruce Willis and Angelina Jolie.
Bruce Willis.
You like bald men?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to leave it alone.
I'm leaving that one alone as well.
You know what? I see you as one of these strong chicks in a movie. Like, and matter of fact, there's a movie gonna be filmed called The Fourth Reich, and it's basically a zombie movie about the Nazis coming back, and there was a special team that was created, and they're zombies or something like that. And there's a lot of big name stars in it. But I could see you. I see you dressed up as like one of these Nazi chicks that carries around a sword and is real tough, and that you kind of have that look, like that tough woman look. So
that's Spartacus with that
female
warrior princess look. Yeah,
I am the female Spartacus. I'm getting abs. But I actually got casted. I'm the lead in a zombie movie by Smash that Tommy Pistol's making called "It's a Hard Life," Volume 1, Bonnie versus the Zombies. And basically, it's me in kind of like think Underworld, and it's me kicking zombie ass.
Oh,
so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Now you're not fucking any of them, right?
I think so.
Oh wow.
No, I can't fuck the zombies. Wait, I can't fuck the zombies. I got other things to fuck in the movie.
It's always sex with you, isn't it? That's all you think about.
I'm sorry, it's what I got to do.
Is there ever just a day where, when it's time to shoot, is there ever just a day where you're just, I don't fucking feel like doing this today? I mean, I go to work and there's days where I just don't fucking feel like going to work. Is there days where, but unfortunately for you, or fortunately, however way you got to look at it, you have to show up. You have to.
Yeah. Does a guy ever drop his pants and get ready and you're like, I don't want to suck that.
I don't want to suck that. Get that away from me. I've actually been pretty fortunate because I've limited until this month. I just joined Spiegler, and up until then, I was limiting my shoots to 5 times a month just so I could prevent that and prevent the amount of content out on me. But no, I really haven't had that feeling. I mean, sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm tired, but I'm always ready to get on set and make something awesome happen because everyone I shoot with is really enjoyable and all the directors are badass.
How old are you right now?
So I'm 19.
19, okay. So if we pack on 10 years from now, maybe you'll obviously be singing a different tune by then, probably.
Yeah.
So
yeah, probably. But I'm still in the midst of having a lot of fun.
So when you're not doing that, what is Bonnie doing when she's not on set and she's just chilled out and she's relaxing, or
it's your day off. What do you do?
Yeah, it's your day off. What does Bonnie do?
Well, on my day off, I run errands and chill and watch a movie, or I go to dinner. I live on top of Morton, so that's always convenient.
Oh, nice.
To me and my wallet, not really. But, I just kind of like chill when I'm not working. I'm always formulating something or working on something next, whether it be mainstream or feature dancing or pole classes or playing Madden.
Madden? Oh, there you go.
What I do.
I've looked at your Twitter profile and I've seen some of the pictures you put up there, and it's like you're always taking pictures of plates of food. Yeah. It's like to show off to everybody what you're eating.
Yeah, to prove to everyone that I eat food. No, I'm just kidding.
And playing
Madden. I eat food, not just dick.
Oh, man. But which is better is the question.
Oh, dick. A nice hearty steak. That kind of meat.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meal? What's your guys' favorite meal?
Oh, wow. It is hard to go against the steak. You're right on that.
What's your favorite cut? What's your favorite cut of steak?
This is gonna sound really fucking just way above it. It has to be the fillet.
Me too.
I know that sounds so damn cheesy and arrogant, but it's just I do like a fillet. I know it's expensive. I know you're wasting 4 tons of shit to get to the fillet, but I do love the fillet. It's delicious. It's well worth the money.
Oh yeah, it's so worth the money. The petite fillet is my favorite.
Correct.
Rare plus.
Oh yeah. Like if it's any more than medium rare, get it the fuck out of my face. I can't even deal with,
I can't. Well, it's funny because when I actually didn't eat meat for 4 years, and then when I started eating meat again, I'm like, I want that shit burnt.
So you were a vegetarian? Were you a vegetarian, or you just stayed away?
I was vegetarian for 3 years and vegan for 1 year.
So,
okay.
So what threw you back into the meat?
Chicken wings.
Oh.
Actually, sure. Of course.
I went to this place called Quaker Steak and Lube and signed off on the atomic wings, and that was when I sold out to vegetarian.
Oh, I saw that on Man vs. Food. I don't know if you ever saw that episode. I know what you're talking about, though. How bad was it?
Just go straight for the
Pretty
atomic.
fucking hot.
Oh, wow, it has to be. Oh, my God.
They put, like, habaneros and sauce on it. Shit, it's supposed
They,
to be great.
cover them in seeds, too. It's, hot.
What's the challenge?
good.
You got to eat, 12 in a minute or something like that? What's the challenge?
I think he may have over-exaggerated it, but I think they just want you to finish the plate, period.
Okay. Oh. And you get, your picture on the wall or something?
I think so.
Okay.
And did you finish it?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
you know what? 2.
I don't know. I kind of just I like to enjoy the wings, so the whole hot thing, just 1 or 2 is fine, but I like a good barbecue or Chesapeake Bay, whatever, the Old Bay sauce or whatever, that's the way I.
Yeah, I feel like the hot thing is more like it's bragging rights. I ate this.
It kind of is.
But you don't taste shit when you do that.
No, your lips are about to fucking fall off.
I'm so manly. I ate this hot chicken wing.
And you got a gallon of milk in the other hand.
Then if that's the case, I'm the biggest pussy. I'm the biggest girl in the world because I don't, 1 wing or 2 hot wings, I'm done. I don't want that shit. I like to enjoy my food.
I like a good cheese pizza, but I like it from the mom and pop corner place. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with Domino's and stuff, but I like that mom and pop pizza with the oil just dripping off of it.
Yeah, Domino's is not good.
You don't like Domino's?
No.
No, it's not.
No, hell no.
But
Domino's is too dry.
I don't know. I'll order a thin crust or whatever, and I'll get it, and I'm like, ew, this is the nastiest pizza ever.
Well,
sorry,
they redid their dough. It's got that garlic shit on the end of it.
And it's dry. Give me that damn greasy, nasty ass pizza. I want that. I want something fucking bad. If I don't eat a pizza, I don't want it to have fucking.
I want to feel like it's giving me a heart attack.
Exactly right. Give me the meat lovers pizza. Don't give me that half-assed vegetable pizza garbage. Give me something fucking bad for me. No, I'm with you.
Right?
Oh.
And a fillet.
They have Donato's?
That doesn't sound familiar. No.
No, Donato's pizza is so good. They have it in Ohio, and they have this pizza called the Chicken Mariachi, and it's tomatoes, chicken, and jalapenos on a thin crust pizza, and you put sour cream on it.
That sounds delicious.
It's out of this world.
Yeah.
And it's so hot. It's awesome.
That sounds delicious. Yeah, that really does sound good. Damn, man. Now I'm hungry. All this.
I know. Now I'm hungry.
Right. Fillets and pizzas.
It's making the hot dog I had for dinner sound like, oh.
Everything sounds good.
I ate a hot dog for dinner tonight, yeah. You don't like hot dogs? Who doesn't like lips and assholes?
I do like hot dogs, but
just not for dinner. Right. That's like something that you get at Lowe's when you walk in or some shit, or at the park. You don't eat that for
we actually...
What are you, 4?
Taco trucks here at Lowe's and Home Depot. So
yeah, we do. They do that out here. They do that out here too.
Of course, I'm no. I shouldn't even talk to you about being 4 because I still eat SpaghettiOs. So what the hell am I talking about? I love SpaghettiOs. So
yeah. I like beans and wieners, cut up wieners. And
yeah, the beanie weenie. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, they're great. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There you go. See, you should be on Hell's Kitchen. That would be funny.
I should be. I can make anything out of anything almost. Like, they call me a cowboy chef because I could say, okay, I'm going to make chili. And I could have, like, kitchen, a can of beans, a can of vegetable soup, and, like, hot sauce.
Have you ever actually watched Hell's Kitchen, though? Have you seen what he does to people?
I heard he's a dick.
Like, the way well, that's the fun part. I mean, nobody watches Hell's Kitchen because people can cook. Who the fuck cares about the people who can cook? That's why they put half chefs in and they put half people from, like, home that have never cooked professionally. Mm-hmm. And you just know they're going to get yelled at, and he just screams at them. That's why people watch. It's like watching American Idol. Who fucking cares about the people who can sing? Nobody gives a shit. You want to hear about the people who can't sing. You want to see the look on their face when they can't sing. That's the whole idea.
Don't even get me started on American Idol. I can't even watch that garbage this year. I used to watch. It's I can't stand Nicki Minaj, and I can't.
I can't either. Oh my gosh, I can't
horrible.
either.
Yeah, I've heard.
Terrible.
I remember I've seen her on Good Morning America one of these times, and she was outside doing that performance thing, and I can't figure it out. I'm like, she's not singing. She sounds like crap. I don't understand. It's her look. It's her look that's unique. Not saying the same thing.
She's like the Black Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind
that they're trying to create, and it's annoying. And I'm sick of her being in the rap songs that I like. Just saying.
Right. Yeah.
So what do you?
Because it's the same thing over and over.
She goes $100,000 engine, and she says the same thing. Yeah.
Oh. So, what's on your iPod or your MP3 player? What's your favorite song on there right now?
A 2 Chainz song.
Mm-hmm.
It's called "I Feel Good."
You like that? You like 2 Chainz, huh?
I love 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite groups?
What?
Well, that's one of your favorite. Is that a name of a band or a person?
That's a person.
It's a rapper.
Yeah. See, I don't listen to rap.
But I like 2 Chainz and Young Jeezy and Boston.
Oh, I just bought their best of album not too long ago. I love Boston.
I love Boston. And my grandma makes fun of me for liking Boston because she's like super hardcore. She used to work at the Coliseum, which is now the Riverbend in Cincinnati. So she likes like Sabbath and Van Halen and stuff like that. And I listen to Boston.
I don't get it. Doesn't anybody like Metallica anymore? That's my favorite band, and nobody ever names it anymore.
Well, I think
Metallica overrated, but good.
Oh my God, that's it. Well, it's been nice having you on.
Well, this interview's over.
But
you know what?
Like, I just never, like, obviously I respect Metallica. They're awesome, but I never got into Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I was into, like, Zeppelin and, like, stuff like that.
It's understandable. I mean, Metallica
I think Led Zeppelin's overrated. And now, it's the same thing. I like a lot of their stuff, but
they're really overrated.
It's like
Zeppelin is overrated. Oh my God!
What's the one with the wall?
We literally need to mute both of your all's microphones right now. This is
Physical Graffiti.
No, who did that song, The Wall? I'm trying to think of the name of the group.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
That's another one. Pink Floyd has some good songs, but you got to listen to 20 minutes of bullshit before you get to the song.
You can't.
No, I'm serious.
This interview has taken a really bad turn.
You can't listen to any of their shit without listening to 20 minutes worth of
cha-ching, we're not saying we don't like it. We're just saying in society's eye, it's really overrated.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, when you say you're a Led Zeppelin fan, people are like, yeah, like Heartbreaker or rock and roll, but they don't know about the other songs, like 10 Years Gone, like the Brown IR Stop, like none of that stuff. They don't know about that stuff.
But Zeppelin overrated? Come on.
No, overdone. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough.
Well, it's like everybody gets a guitar. The first thing you want to learn is Stairway to Heaven, because that's the song everybody knows.
I learned it.
So, you can play guitar?
Yes. Well, I used to be, like, I played violin, and then I converted the violin chords to piano, and then I taught myself guitar from piano, if that makes any sense.
Wow. Yeah,
really
that makes perfect sense. Sure.
So you're very multi-talented. You ever think about being...
Yeah. If I would have kept it going, I could have been talented.
Well, you're 19. It's not like, it's not like your life is over. You got a little bit ways to go yet. Who knows what you'll be doing in the future here.
I would have put you more along the lines of the drummer. You kind of got that drummer look, you got the tats and everything. You kind of got, I don't know why. I don't know.
I can't multitask like that.
No, I don't know.
No.
You just fuck 4 dudes. I'm saying you can multitask.
Oh,
Well, actually, they're multitasking.
I guess they would be the... No, I don't know.
No, I was multitasking because I had to keep my hands and my face and my pussy moving at the same time.
Exactly. That's what, see, you can multitask. See?
I can be a drummer.
Exactly. That's what...
She plays the
I just
sticks
gave you
really
a new
well.
career move right there.
There we go.
Oh, my.
So when I leave porn to be a drummer, I'm blaming you guys.
You should. You should. Or thank
All the fans are going to come and blame you guys.
Us.
There's going to be a point where Tommy Lee cannot drum anymore, and you can be the new Motley Crue drummer.
Or you can get on a houseboat and make a video.
Cool.
Right.
Awesome. No thanks. Not with him.
You wouldn't be with Tommy Lee?
I don't even know what he looks like anymore.
Yeah.
I would imagine he's up there.
Yeah. I think I'd have sex with Mick Jagger before I'd have sex with Tommy Lee.
Mick Jagger?
Well, I feel like he's got a nice little motion going, so it could be good, right?
I mean, until like a couple weeks ago when he announced another tour, I thought he was dead.
Oh my God!
Actually, when I saw his picture, I still thought he was dead.
Oh my gosh!
So, I mean, come on. Have you seen their drummer looks like he just got out of the geriatric ward. I don't even know how they're still walking around.
It's pretty evident just by listening to you. You don't really have that. Like there's some people that paint themselves in a box and go, I only like guys that are, 6'2" and, muscle bound, or, I only like 5'11" Italians or whatever. It seems to me like you kind of have your, you just, it's whatever. I mean, obviously
cool person's a cool person,
Yeah, right. I mean, like,
I've dated fat guys, I've dated little guys, I've dated dudes with beards. I don't care. It's just about who you are.
Yeah.
Something I'm kind of visualizing in my head. Have you ever had, maybe you're on a date or you're just out in public, have you ever seen like a guy who's with his wife or something but knows who you are but can't say anything? Have you ever noticed anybody?
Funny.
Have you ever noticed that happening though, or you just don't pay attention?
I notice it, and it happens. It does happen. And it's generally like a double take kind of look.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll double take, and then like kind of smile, and then you just continue walking.
Like you're in the grocery store and you see Pastor Mike from the church, and he kind of...
And he kind of gives you a little wink, like,
Yeah. I'll be watching you tonight.
I've seen the new video.
Yeah.
Funny. So obviously you got some 2 Chainz, you got Zeppelin. What song would be on that MP3 player that you would, like, maybe if you're at the stoplight you're going to turn it down a little bit, maybe you're a little ashamed of it, you're a little ashamed, like maybe like a Backstreet Boys or a New Kids on the Block or something. You got anything that's just shameful that you just got to turn down?
Let's look. I don't know offhand, but I have my phone in my hand, so let me look.
Uh-oh.
What kind of phone do you use? I'm curious.
iPhone 5.
Ugh.
What? Are you an Android user?
Yeah, I have the Galaxy Note 2.
Mm-hmm. Android.
Those are cool. Those are really cool.
Yes. Android.
Hold on one sec.
iPhone. I would have never
I would say that my most embarrassing song on my iPad would have to be Calling Dr. Love by Kiss.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a pretty embarrassing song.
Yeah.
Kiss is like this. You see them and you're expecting a lot. Then when you hear some of their songs, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? They just don't
Rock
look
Lobster.
like...
I have that too.
What is it?
Rock Lobster.
Oh, okay. What is rock? What is that?
The B-52s.
B-52s. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I like the Love Shack.
Love Shack and Rock. Okay. Okay.
Who doesn't like the Love Shack?
Yeah, I don't know if I would crank it at a stoplight, but I get you.
Definitely.
I understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
It's pretty awkward. You're like,
see, you all were talking Floyd and Zeppelin as being overrated. I see Kiss as being overrated.
They are.
They are. Ew.
They're completely overrated. Like, to me, they had like 1 or 2 good songs, and then, they come up with their cute little makeup, and everybody, he bit his tongue.
They're overrated, but they have a really cool look that people like.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of his name. Who's the main guy, the bass player?
Gene Simmons.
He's a marketing genius. He's a really good business.
He really is. He is.
So
it's so funny.
Yes, other people believe it.
I guess we wouldn't call them overrated. I would say overdone. That's what I meant. But
Overplayed?
Kiss is definitely overrated. Yeah. Way overrated. They have 2 good songs.
Right.
3 good songs.
Agreed.
Strutter, Heaven's on Fire, and the one song that everybody knows, Rock and Roll All Night.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And okay, that's a good song. I don't have any issues with those songs. Those are good songs. But after that, it's like, now what? Okay, you bit your tongue. Cool. When they took their makeup off and remember they tried that little stint where they played without the makeup and they
people like, when they got there, there was like 2 people in the crowd. Like, if that's even a crowd.
I actually have a funny story for you guys.
Oh, let's hear it.
I was working at a horror convention in Indianapolis, and I get a knock on my hotel door. Standing in front of me is Ace Frehley and his manager.
Nice.
And I didn't know who these creepy dudes were and these glasses and their creepy stringy black hair looking weird. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, can I help you? And they're like, yeah, this is Ace Frehley and I'm his manager, and I was just trying to see if we could switch rooms with you. There's not enough room in our room. Wow. And I was like, they're like, we'll give you some free merchandise and stuff. So I'm like expecting to get like some cool merchandise for switching my room, and I get $20 photo.
Wow.
I'm like, what?
Wow.
Is it good enough? All right.
Of Ace or of Kiss, of the whole band, or just Ace?
Ace. Star Child. Yes.
Boring.
As if I really care anymore.
You should have just said like, no, I'm not switching rooms. Fuck off and shut the door or something. You
would have talked about the worst deal ever. That's the worst deal ever. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Like a picture of Ace.
No, man, I don't know. I never, I've heard a lot of their stuff, and a lot of it just doesn't seem like it's they have a look, but their music doesn't fit their look, kind of.
It doesn't. It totally doesn't. Like, you'd look at them and be like, who are these fucking Satan soldiers or whatever?
And then when you hear half the songs, you're like, what the fuck is this?
And then you hear them, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is some shit that my grandpa listens to. Like.
So, yeah, I definitely am not Kiss is okay. They have a couple good songs. It's like a lot of bands. There's a lot of stuff you can listen to, and you say they have some good songs, but on the most part, you don't really listen to them. So, what?
No.
All right, so you told us, give us an idea of what's some movies you like that are non-horror related. What are some movies that would surprise us you like?
Yeah, I mean, are you
romantic comedy?
Are you the Notebook fan, or are we talking about Wedding Crashers or something? I see you kind of going more the lines of like the Step Brothers and stuff like that.
Old school Adam Sandler, like Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Are you agreed, though, that he's kind of played out? He hasn't done a good movie in a while.
Man, I'm so bummed about him.
Yeah.
Like, he used to be badass, and now he has his production company, and he does what he does. But.
Yeah, he did. They produced Grandma's Boy. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I love that movie. That's
classic.
Hilarious.
Silver Fox.
My favorite part of that is when she's singing "Push It," and then she
falls. Love that girl.
Fucking love that girl.
Push it good.
I like the guy that was sucking on that woman's breast for like 9 hours.
The whole night.
Yeah.
If the grandma smokes the pot or drinks the pot tea. Those are good movies.
You're going to want to watch that movie now, aren't you?
I know I am.
Yeah, I totally want to watch that movie.
Yep.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah. That was one of them sleeper movies I just happened to see by mistake.
Yeah.
Because it's got the appearance. Really? Yeah, it was one that I got by mistake, and when I watched it, I was like, this is going to be, this is funny as hell, because the beginning of it's got, I can't think of his name now, the guy from The Animal.
Oh, yeah. Schneider? Rob Schneider.
Yeah, Rob Schneider's in it playing this, like, Indian guy, and then he's got his 2 big wrestler guys that are basically throwing him out of his house because his roommate spent all the money on the Filipino whorehouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another movie that kind of had that where it was like nobody really heard of it, and then it was Office Space. You remember when Office Space came out? Like nobody gave a shit about Office Space.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it has this cult following. It's just, and it's a great movie. That's a fantastic movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, Grandma's Boy did the same thing. There was no, box office hit to it. Same way with Office Space. It just they turned out to be. Waiting, yeah, another great movie.
And Thank You for Smoking was really funny.
Yes. Waiting. I remember watching that and thinking, I don't know about, obviously, it was one of those, the cast itself, it had to be funny, but you think it never made it in the movie theater, so can it really be good? And then you watch it and you're like, this shit is hilarious. This is good stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
It was. So let me ask you a question. What is the most annoying question that you get asked? I mean, like when you're doing these interviews, and I'm sure you get asked the same shit over and over and over. What is the most?
Not that we've asked you any of that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we kind of had to throw some stuff out there. I mean, maybe there's some people that have never heard of you, or but I get it. You probably answer the same questions over and over and over. But what is the most annoying question that you get?
Did your boob tattoos hurt?
Oh, Zach. That's why she answered it all.
Come on, I had to ask.
Of course they hurt.
And you know what, Bonnie? Here's what's funny about that. When we were going to get you on the show, when we were going through all the stuff, Zach says that's the one question he wanted to ask you the most. He said, "I've got to ask her. I've got to ask you." So every human being, specifically male, are going to ask you that question. So you're going to hear it like 1,000 more times.
I told you the same
But
thing.
I expect it. I mean, I have tattoos on my
what's the
chest,
biggest guy you
ask.
ever had?
Yeah. You get that same, does it hurt? Do you get the same dick? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Like anal. Come on, you're going to get tired of the same questions all the time.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think of it this way. Yeah, I may get tired of it, but those people have not asked me that question and they have not gotten my answer yet.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
So it's like...
It's kind of like what you're known for, and it's kind of like when you see a celebrity out there and they don't want to give you an autograph or they don't want to talk about the work they've done. It's like, well, but that's what you're famous for. You got to really, I figure we start out with the stuff that everybody wants to know, but it's really kind of cool to get to know somebody that's beyond the porn. You're in the porn industry and that's what people know you from, but it's cool that you like horror movies and what kind of music you listen to. It's not always the same crap all the time. So it sounds like, you got good. I mean, you're 19, you're really getting started out there and you really have a goal of starting your own production company. It's not like you want to be doing it all this time, forever. So you have a goal in your mind. I
do.
And you're thinking about being a drummer now, thanks.
Yes.
I am.
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to go do that now. Yeah. A lot of people have been teaching me different things, and being young, it's really hard to absorb everything, but I'm like a sponge, and everything I learn, I appreciate, and everybody that's taken the time to sit back and teach me the little business tricks and the things, and, things about the things behind the scenes, like the adverts and the things about the websites and the lighting and polarizing, just different little things that people teach me. I love it. I love that people take the time and see me as somebody that they want to teach and they want to see grow.
Absolutely.
I've been really fortunate in that way.
We've had you on for a while. We really appreciate the time you've given us. And before we wrap it up here, do you want to point anybody towards your website or your Twitter or any of the places you're doing? Do you have anything coming up you want to promote?
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming up.
Good. Hit us with it.
Well, next week I have another gangbang.
Really?
I actually wrote the script for it. So a big press release will be coming out about that soon. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So I'm excited. The first thing I wrote is going to be my next gangbang. And then after that, I have some really cool things that I'm shooting and doing. Hold on, sorry. I just got distracted. I'm doing that really awesome zombie movie. I'm so excited about that, and I'm really excited to be working with Tommy Pistol on that project because he's a huge horror fan.
When's that?
And this movie means a lot to him as a horror fan because he's trying to capture all the different elements from the old school days.
What time frame are you looking at for that?
At the end of the month, at the end of March.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Are we in March or February?
No, this is February, so you got about a month and a half.
I got a month. Next month, I'm actually going to IVD in Fort Lauderdale representing New Sensations, so I'm excited about that. And I've been working on my live sex website, so I'm going to be doing live sex shows soon.
Okay.
Wow, you
I have
are
a bunch
busy.
of cool stuff.
Good Lord, you're busy. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
A live sex show.
Yeah.
So basically, people log in and they get to watch, and they pay so much, and they can watch for a certain amount of time, kind of thing, or do they get to ask you questions?
Yep, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Huh. Wow. All right.
Your website is bonnierotten.com.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You post everything up on there, and your Twitter is At
the Bonnie Rotten.
The Bonnie Rotten. Yeah. The Bonnie Rotten. The one with the tattoos in the area that hurt, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't ask her about that. That's
stupid. She's a very sore subject about the hurting on the tip. Apparently,
some guy asked me today. He goes, "Yeah, if you have a kid and they're breastfeeding, does that make him a Spider-Man?" I said, "No, it makes him Spider-Man."
I read that on your website. Actually, I thought that was pretty cool. It was good that you corrected his dumbass, though.
That's good. That's hilarious. Bonnie, thank you so much for taking some time out with us. You've been fantastic, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back on at a later date.
Absolutely, would love to have you back. Okay, sounds good. And good luck with everything. Night. Thank you. You too, Bonnie.
Get a steak. No more hot dogs.
No more hot dogs. See, thank you.
Bye. Take care. Thanks.
All right, you too.
Bye.
So that was Bonnie Rotten.
Wow. Yeah, I tell you, wow.
Yeah. When we were told that she was open-minded, and I'm going to tell you, she's open-minded.
You know, we went into that interview thinking that it was just going to be like, you know, I mean, we obviously knew she was open. Like you said, we knew she was open-minded, but holy hell. Yeah. Woo. All right.
Yeah, she was great.
She was amazing. Yeah.
So everybody go to her website at bonnierotten.com. I'll have her episode up sometime this coming up week. Obviously, you're listening to it now, so it's already posted. But you can see the picture I'll have up there on her. You can see it on the blog site at thestatementshow.com. If you have any questions for us, get us at thestatementshow@gmail.com. Follow us at
The Statement Show. And as a matter of fact, real quick on that, Zach, we want to, I mean, I can't even begin to tell you, we have had a major influx of Twitter followers. We want to thank everyone who is now following us. It has been an amazing week. Well, actually a couple weeks now since the Brie Olsen interview in Twitter has just gone crazy. We appreciate everything. It's really showing the growth of our show. And we're, like we've told you before, we are desperately working to try to get more and more guests.
And we'll get them. Yeah. So we've got some future names that I will announce once we actually get them confirmed.
Absolutely.
So
it's really going great for us, and we have to thank everyone that's listening to us. Like I say, Twitter is really our Podbeam site is really taking off. We want to thank everyone for really sticking in there with us. Like I say, we're desperately trying to get you more guests.
Go to our website at thestatementshow.com. You can listen to the show there. You can download the show there. And you can also subscribe on iTunes. If you subscribe on iTunes, we'd really appreciate it if you could do like a rating or a review. That would kind of help us out a little bit there. But like I said, just go to our website, click on one of the affiliates if you want to help us out a little bit. You can send us an email and ask us a question about future guests that we're going to have on, or somebody we've already had on. Maybe we can ask them a question in the future show. We really appreciate Bonnie coming on the show. We thank you for taking time out to sit down with us for over an hour and talk to us about movies and food and, of course, porn and and her favorite music, which I was surprised on some of that stuff. So, well, Terry, I think it's time to turn the lights out. Another episode of The Statement Show.
Sounds good, man. See ya.
Dated fat guys, I've dated little guys, I've dated dudes with beards. I don't care.
Mini-me.
Yeah, mini-me.
I would do mini-me. I don't want to suck that. Get that away from me.
And mini-me just doesn't, I can't possibly think that that's going to be okay for you.
Think I destroy mini-me?
All right, well, here's a question we usually ask.
Next subject. Working at the movie theater, I would be a little bummed out that I wasn't getting banged all the time. I totally just realized this year that the Washington Redskins were D.C., not Washington.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Are you serious?
Yeah. $100,000 inches. She says the same thing. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us at The Statement Show. If you like the show, go to our website at thestatementshow.com and click on one of our affiliates. Subscribe to our show at iTunes and Stitcher Radio. Also, check us out on Facebook and YouTube, and at Twitter at Statement Show. For comments or concerns, or to be a guest on The Statement Show, email us at thestatementshow@gmail.com.